And when we asked Coach Clemson what he thought of this matchup, all he had to say was, I like my guy.
I would like it too if Braxton Brown, 14-1 on the season, a program best 12-0 in duels so far this year. How big is this, Nathan, as well, for Maryland to come back after the tech fall by Rivera in Wisconsin? Maybe putting Maryland on their heels a bit after the Terps went 2-0 this weekend at Michigan and Michigan State.
Yeah, the tech fall, not the way you want to start. Already Wisconsin having the 5-0 lead to start.
Single leg shot for Brown, well defended by Fugitt, using that left leg as a base before Brown becomes the aggressor. Fugitt flips it on him. Around no points awarded. How about the defense in the critical moments for both Braxton Brown and Zan Fugitt?
Man, this is going to be toe-to-toe. This is going to be a battle to the very end. But as you can see right there, all it takes is one move for either of these guys to get quick control, but they're both so good at getting out of trouble quickly.
Braxton Brown has the hold right there. Head coach Alex Clemson said he's been really working in positions that benefit him. When he's in neutral, he's attacking. Doesn't mean he's shooting all the time, but you see right here, just working for scoring positions. Done a good job at that. Now an experienced wrestler as the redshirt junior.
And one of the keys for Fugitt in this one is not letting Brown throw the legs a little bit, not letting him get too involved with the lower body. So far, I think both these guys are doing a good job of not letting the other one take over.
Still no points between Fugitt and Brown. A stalemate will be called. They'll reset back in the middle. Ethen, you can't ask for much more action with still two donuts on the scoreboard between Fugitt and Brown.
In that first one we had with Rivera and Garvin, it seemed right away that Rivera was going to take that one. Right now, this is anybody's bout.
Brown going against Zan Fugitt, redshirt freshman from Nixa, Missouri. A lot of Missouri blood, including for Maryland head coach Alex Clemson, a Missouri native. Spent some time coaching at the University of Missouri as well. Single leg shot attempt from Fugitt. Again, defended well by Brown. And fighting between both wrestlers. Nathan, even with the excitement and energy, there's a patience between both guys, and they know how important this 133 bout will be.
Especially after that start for Wisconsin, you got to think that Fugitt knows how big this could be a stepping stone for Wisconsin as a group, especially after not being able to put any points up on the board last week in Iowa City.
Final seconds of the first period winding down. We'll see if either wrestler has one more shot attempt in their bag. Brown goes for it again. Up top, defended by Fugitt. Around they go and back to neutral. First period buzzer sounding after 3 minutes. It's still 0-0 between Fugitt and Brown. Fugitt's got the call. And Ethen, no start on bottle. That could be a big escape point now. Fugitt knows how close his belt could be. He'll look for that 1 point to be a difference here early.
That could be a turning point in how this one goes in the quote-unquote matchup of the night.
Quick adjustment between Fugitt and Brown after Nicolas Rivera gets the 17-2 tech fall against Maryland freshman Tyler Garvin. That's why our score reads 5-0 after one bout in favor of the Badgers.
Go red.
Fugitt working up,
Go red.
building that
Go
base.
red. Red, you're in control.
Here our official right there,
Red, you're in
still
control.
saying that Fugitt's in control.
One red neutral.
Up top, Fugitt gets the escape point we mentioned.
Green tip was in control. Green.
Fugitt was called by 15th year Wisconsin head coach Chris Bono as the real deal. Goes about his business, a quiet wrestler, but he can be so technical and methodical as Braxton Brown is seeing right here. Coach Bono listing that the ways that Fugitt wins is if he can make Brown get out of his legs. Don't let Brown throw the legs around, as Brown does right there for the first takedown.
Huge, absolutely massive momentum shift right there for Braxton Brown. Nothing, a stalemate in that first period. Then the escape point by Fugitt. Now Brown able to get that takedown.
Fugitt trying to build the base as Brown gets that takedown. grinding down Zan Fugitt. That's what head coach Alex Clemson said that Braxton Brown has done so well so far on this 12-0 start to dual matches on the year. He's hard to get away from when he just grinds down guys and doesn't think about the pin every single time. Riding time nearing a minute. Trying to get Fugitt on his back. The swipe's coming from Braxton Brown. Does Fugitt have an escape? It's going to be 2 points on the near fall for Braxton Brown. Zan Fugitt gets out of it. It's a takedown deficit now for Zan Fugitt. 5-2 in favor of Braxton Brown.
And you gotta love all the action that we've seen over the last 70 seconds. I mean, this went from not a whole lot happening to everything happening, both guys being on the attack.
Braxton Brown battling after a weekend of a career he had at Michigan, including that win against the Wolverines, a pin against the number 10 Wolverines. As the second period will end, you see right there, Brown, he had the pin against Michigan. Now he looks for another one here against Wisconsin. The takedown first, and then the near fall got the swipes against Zan Fugitt.
Always a good sign when you see the swipes, and now we'll come back, we'll see Brown on the bottom. Chance for him to add to this advantage he's got himself.
So second one.
Another warning going against Brown.
Get set.
Maryland head coach Alex Clemson will come out of his seat to have a quick discussion before the third period gets underway. Big potential escape point for Braxton Brown, who could go up by 4 points here, Nathan. So that 3-point takedown for Fugitt wouldn't do it here, as there's only 2 minutes left in the bout. Builds the base, gets that escape point. Now a 4-point advantage.
Fugitt's going to have to work quick here. He doesn't have a whole lot of time. Brown, very agile, move around the mat in the circle. It's not going to come easy for Fugitt here in the final 90.
Tough, low-scoring bout. It's what Zan Fugitt is used to. 7-2 so far this season, 5 wins by bonus points. The number 24th ranked 133 wrestler goes for Brown's left leg. He'll start to try and get that takedown.
No control.
Brown back to his feet, still in neutral. This is anyone's for the takedown. Defended well by Fugitt on the double leg shot from Brown. They're outside the circle, and they'll finally reset things at the middle block.
How about the driving of the feet there by Braxton Brown? Didn't get any point. We'll reset with 1:09 to go in this third period, but Brown was almost in position to put that final dagger in place.
So technical, both wrestlers. It's close, 133. Each wrestler picked a win up against Lock Haven's Anthony Noda. That was a big ranked win to go on both of these wrestlers' resumes earlier this season. Taking what they learned in that win, a couple losses to go against each other. They'll go back to neutral with 46 seconds to go. Brown up 6-2, looking to move to 15-1 on the season and 3-0 in Big Ten dual matches.
Warning green.
Fugitt goes for the single leg. Again, well defended by Braxton Brown in the final 30 seconds.
Wrestle through the position. Wrestle through the position.
Here are referees saying, don't just look for the stalemate, keep it going. Braxton Brown with a big 3-point takedown on the flip. This is Braxton Brown's bout to lose, and he's not going to do so here against Wisconsin and Zan Fugitt. Final seconds tick off the third period. And the Maryland faithful, for the first time in almost 2 months, Maryland's back at home, and Braxton Brown excites them with a major decision victory.
And how about just one more takedown to put that little extra pizzazz on the first win of the night.
First 4 bouts. It's going to be Ethen Miller, as we said, the redshirt junior from Kansas City, going up against a classmate, redshirt junior Luke Mechler from Stoughton, Wisconsin.
Keep the hands clean.
Mechler's got his work cut out for him, Nathan, going up against Maryland's top-ranked wrestler. It's number 6, Ethen Miller.
Another one that could be a sneaky good one, and for Mechler, the big thing that Coach Bono told us with him is needs to be able to go the full 7 minutes, not 6 minutes, not 6 1/4, 6 1/2. It's got to be a full 7-minute battle for Mechler, and especially against a guy, you see that number 6 to the left of Ethen Miller's name. It's going to be even crucial to be in a position to maybe get ahead early and also be able to compete and get through those entire 7.
Looking to see a little bit more consistency late into bouts with Mechler, as he said, but for Ethen Miller, we'll see if he can even get it that far. Miller still without, he's got 7 wins in overtime so far this year. 7 wins by bonus points, you could say. It's still a quiet opening minute, almost and a half between Mechler and Miller. As Miller took up that jump to 157, head coach Alex Clemson said he's never seen a transition like that before, as Miller gained 13.5 pounds of just net muscle from March to September of 2024. And really putting it on, you can see he looks like a full-bred 157-pounder, according to Clemson.
And that goes back to the work in the weight room that we talked about during Cal's bout and what those two were able to do. Greg Pidio, the strength and conditioning coach for Maryland, doing a great job with not only the Miller brothers, but with the entire team, making sure everybody was ready to go. And those results you're seeing play out in this fantastic start to conference play for the Terrapins.
Miller from Park Hill High School in Missouri. He was the 157-pound Tiger-style champ back in Kansas City earlier this year. Goes for Mechler's right leg. He didn't swing out the left here. See Mechler defending it well, and Miller eyes it down. Gets the sweep with his left leg. Nothing, our referee says.
Nothing yet. No control.
Miller still in control. Swipes the other leg. No, another missed takedown from Miller, but then finally gets it on the outer circle.
How about that relentless nature of Ethen Miller right there, not going down and going down to that final seconds of the first period without making sure he gets that 3, as we see Clemson have an issue.
So it'll be a challenge block thrown by Maryland head coach Alex Clemson. Have a quick discussion. You hear right there, each coach will get 1 challenge, just like in most sports. You get it right, you keep it. You use it, don't get it, that's gone for the rest of the match. So Clemson's point, you hear over the PA too, right before you go, Nathan. They're trying to see if there was evidence of a takedown before that one for Miller, or you can see here, they have not yet awarded Miller that takedown after his 3rd shot attempt. The referees waved off the first 2 attempts, originally awarded Miller the 3 points for the takedown. That's been taken off the board. We'll see right here if Miller did get the takedown.
So he's got that right leg in a really good position. The throw down right there. It's going to be coming up here in just about a couple of seconds. Right there. They're looking right there if there was one. And then right there, that's when it was called. You see the 3 right there. Then the wave off.
Trying to see if it was Mechler who got the right leg in a position, Nathan, to defend against the takedown attempt, as he did the first 2 times in the first 2 single leg shots for Ethen Miller. See Miller clinching his right leg and just sweeping at the left. But battling out of it quickly. And then did he get the shoulder off of the mat quick enough to not warrant the 3 points?
You gotta give credit to Mechler, what he was able to do to try and get out of that quickly. Miller also doing a great job of staying with him. Didn't have that tremendous grip, but he was able to stick with it, wrap the left arm around the upper body, keep a firm grasp with the right arm around the right leg. You know, we'll see how long this review takes. They're taking a nice long look at it.
First time we've seen the challenge block hit the mat from either corner. Looks like we got a verdict right here. So Clemson will lose the challenge. You hear right there, not a takedown for Ethen Miller. We're still tied at 0 as this first period, just 6 seconds to remain.
Ref, I got some glasses you can borrow. You need them.
Keep it clean. Green
First
deferred.
period winds down as Miller will defer the choice, and Mechler will go on bottom. And this is similar to what we saw at the beginning of 133, Nate, where
Cover.
the election to go to bottom because they know that that escape point could be so huge.
Absolutely. When you're in a 0-0 matchup like this, every point is going to mean that much more.
It comes back to you.
And
Just
for
stay there.
Mechler, nothing to lose in this bout with Miller. Miller, of course, the number 6 ranked guy in the country at this weight class. Mechler's had some up and down throughout the season, 4 and 5.
And Coach Bono said that record doesn't really portray how good he is, though. And he even compared Mechler to the Millers and saying, hey, he can beat anybody in the country skill-wise. He's got that physical, hard-nosed mold. But Coach Bono's just waiting for that breakthrough win for Mechler. And this certainly would be it if you could take down the number 6 wrestler.
Absolutely. This would be huge, not only for Wisconsin and this overall duel, but for Mechler moving forward in this Big Ten season.
To get a lead here on Miller, fighting at his left quad, trying to look for the escape point. For Mechler, it was a decision loss to Iowa's Mechler over the weekend. Out of play, Mechler and Miller go back to the middle block.
Listen, we both got to give me a pause.
And also, like Ryan, you said earlier, the riding time really hasn't played a big factor throughout tonight so far. In this bout, it could be the difference.
Could be. 50 seconds so far for Miller. Still a long way to go here. A minute left in the second period. But if you look at the history for Mechler as well, Nathan, through his last 5 duel matches, Mechler 2 and 3, but all 5 of those have come via decision, either wins or losses. He wrestles close all the time.
He does, and that's what Coach Bono's saying. He needs to go with a full 7, not 6, 6.5. That's what he means by that. He's been able to go into those third period situations, but just hasn't been able to finish them in some cases.
Gets that key escape point as well on Miller, so they're back to neutral, but you got to be confident if you're Mechler coming in. Again, 4 and 5 on the season, going up against the 14-0 Ethen Miller, and you're up 1-0 via the escape. But Miller's looking for that takedown that could change everything. Again, grabs the leg, sweeps the other one, and gets that takedown. Ethen Miller, an emphatic takedown in the final seconds of the second period. Now that riding time going to be close to 90 seconds as the third period is on the horizon.
Green, where are we going? Top, bottom, or neutral? Go down.
See Coach Clemson
Green's
right there.
bottom.
Coach Bono on the other side knew the over and was shaking his head at that takedown by Ethen Miller. It was only a matter of time before he was able to get another one. He thought he might have had one at the end of the first period. He does get one for sure at the end of the second.
Quick escape for Ethen Miller. That puts him back up by a takedown. It only took about 5 seconds off of his earned riding time. Miller, hand fighting hard, back onto his feet. Miller picked up a major decision on Sunday and then got the close win against Chase Saldate of Michigan coming on Friday.
Let's keep working to score.
Referee watching the stalling on Ethen Miller, up 4-1 here. Again, grabbing the right leg. Does he have another takedown? Waiting patiently to sweep at the left.
Let's do it in the middle.
Final minute in the third. Mechler tries to creep to the outside. Look at Miller drag him back in. Right before intermission, Ethen Miller looking for more at 157.
And he's got Mechler in such an uncomfortable spot. There's really nothing he can do at this point.
It's the position that Mechler's been in for almost the entire bout at 157. Miller with the takedown advantage on the scoreboard. And that riding time just about confirmed. Alex Clemson saying he wants Miller to turn the gas up a little bit with 23 seconds to go in the 5th bout. As it stands now, would go as Maryland's 4th bout won, 2nd by just a decision. That riding time now officially secured for Ethen Miller, putting up 5-1. One more takedown in 10 seconds and you're in major decision territory. But Miller looks like he'll be patient here against Luke Mechler. 3, 2, 1, the final seconds tick off. But Ethen Miller confirms it. It's Miller time back at College Park. Ethen and Cal go 2-0 and put Maryland up even farther on the scoreboard against Wisconsin.
And that's a heavyweight duel right there for lack of a...
If you are Wisconsin, it's Maryland's captain at 184. Redshirt junior Jaxon Smith, the number 13th ranked 84 in the country. And the Cartersville, Georgia native, the reigning Big Ten Wrestler of the Week for the first time in his career. He looks to get Maryland back on track against Dylan Russo.
And you said it, there's nobody that Maryland would rather have right here and nobody that Wisconsin would rather not see after getting on this momentum run than Jaxon Smith. There's so much we could say about Jaxon. Talked about that Big Ten Wrestler of the Week award, first time since Michael North was able to get it last year for Maryland, pretty much the exact same day.
Yeah, almost a year exactly. And Michael North was a fantastic wrestler at 57, and great company that put Smith.
And on the other side for Russo, 2-4 in duels on the season, the redshirt freshman out of Columbus. A huge task here if he's able to get a decision win, or any win for that matter. Wisconsin's back in the driver's seat.
And for the redshirt freshman, Russo, how about welcome to Big Ten
Action
Wrestling. He goes from battling the number 5 184 and Gabe Arnold at Iowa. As Smith and Russo will reset things. Number 5 wrestler at Iowa falls in just 87 seconds. Where does he get right after that? How about another top 15 matchup against Jaxon Smith?
In front of his home fans, in front of the good crowd, the faithful here in the pavilion.
So Russo getting a taste to the best collegiate wrestling league in the country. One that head coach Alex Clemson says is not comparable to any other conference. Smith grabs Russo's left leg, tries to swipe at the right. Swipes, good defense on the hands, but a takedown for Jaxon Smith, the first at 184. So Russo has the loss to Iowa over the weekend, but you got to imagine Jaxon Smith had a pretty good weekend if he was named the Big Ten Wrestler of the Week. And he did, going undefeated, joining Braxton Brown and the Miller brothers as the 4 Maryland wrestlers to go undefeated against Michigan and Michigan State. Escape opportunity now for Russo. Smith with the big mat return. How can he flip Russo onto his back for the swipes? Not yet, as Russo builds up a base. Escape point awarded to Russo, going against Smith, who had just 77 seconds it took to earn a tech fall against Michigan State's Luke Daly. And then maybe one of the moments of the weekend, in a ranked matchup against Michigan's Jaden Bullock, he has a buzzer beater takedown to win that one 4-1.
And for Smith right there, he was in position to maybe go up by 6. Instead, Russo able to have a good maneuver to get that first escape point. Now in a bit of a deadlock here on the right side of the mat.
Yeah, you're right, an important escape against Smith. Defense from Smith. Russo still wrestling offensively.
Get off the edge. Get off the edge. Come on.
One of the people who was most complimentary of Jaxon Smith's wrestling was actually Wisconsin head coach Chris Bono, who said that last year Smith, he thought he was good enough to be an All-American, watching from Madison and seeing what Smith was doing in College Park.
Bono had so many good things to say about this lineup, 1 through 10. Of course, Coach Clemson and Coach Bono have competed against each other for the past couple of seasons. We've gotten to know each other quite well, have a big respect for what they do at each other's programs. But take a look at this from Jaxon Smith. On the ropes on the edge there, that sweep of the right foot of Russo for the easy 3.
And the mat return too, putting some pizzazz on it.
And you see his teammates there in the back showing that encouragement and that support. Another big escape point here in this bout goes to Smith this time.
Smith needed just 3 seconds to start the second period and earn the escape point.
Do it in the center. Do it in the center.
Russo may be down the scoreboard, Nathan, but it seems like he's been the aggressor in a neutral position today.
Oh, absolutely. And this is what you want to see as things come down to the wire tonight. Only 1 point separates both of these teams. Wisconsin's won the last 2 bouts since the intermission. And now Jaxon Smith, not on the ropes, he's certainly in the lead, but all it takes is 1 takedown from Russo, and this bout and the energy in this building certainly changes.
Smith makes the rare jump this season, down from 197. A big pin he gets at his new class of 84. Fires up Alex Clemson, fires up the Terp fans in attendance. A 7-1 lead for number 13, Jaxon Smith.
And just like Russo getting a takedown could change everything, Smith getting that takedown does change everything. Now it puts Russo in a position where he's got to be a little bit more aggressive. We'll have the chance to get the escape right here. But now it's Russo having his back against the wall as Smith continues to have success with these mat returns.
Starts adding up the riding time as well in the second period.
All four.
Clemson said of Smith last season, he just was given more than most people got. God blessed him with some gifts that he doesn't give most humans athletically. And showing so here, a guy who was a 2-time Big Ten placer, a 2024 NCAA qualifier, and even made the NCAA's blood round quarterfinals 2 years ago. Riding time going up for Smith, right in the middle of the circle. Final 20 seconds of the second period. Smith trying to turn Russo. Using Russo's back as Russo utilizing the right foot. Can he build up a base and get the left foot out? Now the clock will save him right there, but it won't save him from this takedown on the far side.
Again, it's just a quick, slight movement right there
Same way.
for Jaxon Smith. Able to use almost a move an edge rusher would use in football, swimming up with that left arm to get in position to wrap underneath. Perfect execution right there.
Got the NFL divisional playoffs on the mind, huh?
Absolutely. Big matchup for a team in the DMV tomorrow night.
Local team that's around here. Smith still being aggressive, but working defensively as well. Over 90 seconds of riding time.
Stay out of the face. Stay out of the face.
Russo goes high. Which wrestler willing to shoot for the legs first?
Get out of the fingers.
Smith battling with a 5-point advantage. Russo's going to need a takedown quickly as he gets the warning right there. If he also wants to kind of eat into that riding time that Smith has in his favor at the moment. Smith grabbing the right leg for another takedown. Jaxon Smith, the speed on display.
And exactly what Maryland needed, and a bit of a desperation mode coming down the stretch here tonight at home for the first time in just about 2 months. And it's Jaxon Smith. Who else would it be to get Maryland back on track? Potentially another major decision for Maryland tonight.
Make that correction right there. We apologize. Matthew Jens here going against Jaxon Smith. Lineup error, but it's Jens here with 25 seconds. We can still introduce. Why not? 25 seconds to go for Jens. Going up, just a freshman from Grayslake, Illinois, Grayslake Central High School. making his first appearance since a loss to Lock Haven's Colin Fegley a few weeks ago. Final 10 seconds here. This will be a win for Jaxon Smith. The ride time already secured. Is there one more takedown? There is for Jaxon Smith. Well, the reigning Big Ten Wrestler of the Week, he's looking for a repeat campaign. Jaxon Smith, a major decision at 184. Terp fans on their feet for Maryland's captain.
Huge win there for Jaxon Smith and for Maryland.